right.
Welcome to the This That podcast, bro. Merry Christmas. I hope everyone's feeling good. Merry Christmas. A very Merry Christmas to you guys. To people tuning in from Australia and from the other 30 countries streaming the podcast around. Thanks. I'll give you another round of applause. Start off positive, upbeat. It's Christmas, bro. Get in the spirit. I've got to get in the spirit, my brother-in-law said to me the other day. Get in the spirit, Budge. Get in the spirit. What's your problem? I go, bro, it's 7:40. I just got to the city, to the Domain Botanical Gardens Park, some festival they called Noel over there with just like gangers on stilts. Not gangers, like girls. They were acting a little sexual, to be honest, laying on their back, kicking their legs up. Some other girl had a G-string on and she was like doing strip dance on some guy that was pedaling around on a bike. Doesn't matter. Nice, beautiful girls. And I'm just saying that I was a little bit out of the spirit because I told you, start at 4:30, the preparation to go to the city. Ended up at the city at 7:30 and had to leave at 7:45 because I had an appointment with my mates at dinner. Now, this double brick garage, we need to make sure that the lighting is right. Thanks to the people tuning in on the YouTubes. See, I've got lighting, but it's kind of catastrophes, bro. I hope you guys are having a good time for Christmas. I certainly am looking forward to some more time with the kids, even though today should be a day off, should be hanging out with the family and the Mises Proprietary Limited. We ended up going to Westfield this morning. I don't know whether it's just these days and the chaos that besets us. I don't know whether it's just the way the society is, or is it the falling of the patriarchy and the gaining of the matriarchy and the chaos that comes with that, because I don't know what's going on. It is chaos out there. Might be chaos just because it's Christmas time. You can't be that analytical that quick. You can't be that critical, Vlad. You haven't taken in all components. You need a critical eye. This is what you're going to hear from the educated heroes that still don't know how to drive to a wedding in Wollongong. They go through Newcastle. This pisses me off. There's a lot of people that are educated out there that are dumber than anything. But, again, silly to me to even just go down this path. Go to Westfield this morning to take photos with Santa. We got a 9:53 appointment with this fat Norwegian bloke, Santa, right? Nice bloke, to be honest. Like, we actually met him. He was very, very nice. My brother-in-law sitting there. He's there a couple of minutes before us. I drag in my son. He's had his tonsils out. He's still recovering. He's on painkillers continuously, like a 72-year-old lady with arthritis. And I take him into this Westfield. My daughter's excited. I can't believe I see Santa. These kids don't believe in Santa, by the way. They're 5 and 2.5. My kids are like completely atheistic, don't give a shit about Santa. They don't believe Jesus was around. They're completely just been robbed by ABC Kids and different other places. So their heads are into Bluey and into like ballerina movies. They don't believe in shit. Like, I remember when I was my daughter's age, 5.5. I saw my dad dressed as Santa once. My head nearly popped off my shoulders and entered the orbit. I was that excited. I was that gullible. I was that naive. My daughter now, if I say Santa, she goes, okay, no. Yeah, all right, Dad. That's cute, man. That's cute. Where are you going to bring the trampoline when I'm sleeping? Are you going to set it up in the backyard and then pretend that Santa Claus dropped that off? Because he can drop it off in a sleigh. How's they going to put the whole trampoline in the sleigh? And how's they going to put all of those other kids stuff that the kids have been a good kid? Oh, yeah, and then I'm going to be a good kid. Am I being a good kid? Is Bato a good kid? Because he was screaming last night at 2 in the morning and I couldn't sleep and I heard you were screaming back to him and then he started screaming and then he's not good. He's not going to get any. And Santa Claus isn't real, Dad. You just bring it in the Audi and you set it up. It's okay, but that's cute. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. This is what I'm dealing with now. It's chaos. And I go into the Westfield. Now, I'm thinking when I get into Westfield, there's going to be a system, there's going to be a format, a bunch of management there with Santa Claus because it's the most wanted thing at this point of the year. It's a fat guy in a red suit, a couple of little Santa's helpers. They're all sexualized these days. They all got little hot pants on and wearing like fishnet stockings, these girls. They don't want to go there respectful. Like, they want to go there looking hot just in case someone Snapchats them on the elevator upstairs. Oh, look at Stephanie, man. Look how she's dressed. Steph looking good as a little elf. Thank you. See you tonight at the Ivy. Anyway, we get there. I look, there's 30 people before us, all couples, 30 groups before us. I get there, I start straight away anxious. The anxiety level's huge. Like, it's like I was about to go skydiving for the first time. I've got my son, my daughter, my little nephew. He's run up to me, and they've got some toys there. Now, you got to watch these blokes in the toys, because he'll disappear. Boom, out of Westfield, end up in some toilet cubicles. Doesn't know where he is. And if you're going to cut that alone in the toilet cubicles, he needed to go do a piss. So don't come at me saying insinuation station. I'm just saying he disappears and goes to the toilet. You can't find him. But I was looking around these toys. Now I'm watching my son. As I said, he's like, where's Wally? This guy is a white kid to a Wog family. Still got to do the DNA test. And then my nephew and my daughter, which kind of hang out together. They're like best friends. They just hang out. My daughter completely controls him anyway. But, you know, Stanley's got that XX chromosome going, whatever. So I was watching, and then me and my son are hanging around. He came up to me, and then I'm looking. The line's not moving. There's no one moving in this line. Santa Claus, he's not there. I don't know whether he's gone to get an Aporto's meal. Where is this bloke? Don't know. I do care, because I've been there now. Appointment's 9:53. It's now 10:53. We're not moving. The people in front of us, their blood pressure is up. But no one wants to say anything except for one hero, who's ended up, and I found this out later, who's ended up going and berating all of these magical elf women that are working. Not a bloke in sight. It's just Santa and just chicks everywhere. This is an issue. You need blokes. You need blokes to help run the system. All right? The bloke's not going to break down and cry when you test why you're an hour and a half late. This little Chinese girl, and she was Chinese, by the way, I think. So if you're going to cut that, I'm keeping my options open where she's from. But she was definitely of Asian descent. For all the do-gooders out there that do no good, she was of Asian descent. And I'm going to describe her that way because she was of Asian descent. That's all I could notice. I didn't know her name or her background or her favourite hobbies. But she was there, little glasses, reading glasses, crying. And I was like, what has Santa done? Santa's getting up in between photos and consoling her. Are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? Like that. She's crying. Yeah. So my brother-in-law steps up and he's talking to another girl between the age of 18 and 19 and a half. I mean, seriously. Seriously. I'm talking about the 18 and 19 and a half generation of today. Not of 1994. It's a different gen, right? They don't have the emotional temperance. They don't have the emotional fortitude to be able to go through 30 bunches of people, lots of wogs, sitting there going, what fucking going on, eh? Hey, fucking go, hurry up, man. They haven't got that, you know. They'll break down and cry. And that's what happened. This girl starts crying. Someone apparently goes, it's 10:40 and I've been here since 9:40. If you don't get your shit together, I'm going to take Santa, I'm going to start an argilla at my house and he can be on my missus's lap all day. I don't give a shit, bro. What are you going to do about it? And these girls are like, Look, rightfully so, bro. You are taking people's time. If you're going to have a schedule, you got to abide by it. There's no point, like Jerry Seinfeld said, there's no point in like just giving out tickets. Where was it? It was one of his, oh yeah, when you reserve a car. He goes, yeah, but I reserved the car. That puts the car on hold. Oh, I'm sorry, there's no cars left. He goes, but that's impossible because I reserved it. She goes, well, that is possible. We've given it away. He goes, but then you don't need a reservation. And she goes, yeah, sorry. He goes, do you get the concept? Like, he was frustrated in 1994. I get that now, 25 years on, 27 years on. What the hell is it, 27? 28? Could it be 28 years on? Bitch, mater, bro. You know you're getting old, bro, when you look back into the 90s and they're 3 decades ago, and you know that you were well functioning in those times, and then you see your mate at Crunch Fitness and he walks in with a phone holder that turns into a wallet. That's when you know you're old. I saw my mate, Goran, turned up to Crunch. He was on firstly, he's a little bit older than me, but there comes a switch in people's 40s where they either thrive or they just look like they're clutching to survival. This guy is the latter. He's not the one where they're thriving, they're doing ultra marathons, they started a business, he stopped drinking, he's got himself into shape, like obviously what you're seeing now with a Singo on. how am I supposed to put it up that way? You know, look, this guy is let go. You know, he's been sucking back Coronas like it's Jesus' juice since 1994, and now he just looks like a couch, just like a beanbag on an incline treadmill. His doctor said, please just do, you know, half an hour of slow pace walking from here on in, you know, and try not to have, you know, 6 to 8 hamburgers a week, please. And forget about drinking. You can't have any more. You've drank enough for 80 years in the span of 20. But this guy was clutching, and I saw him, and he had a beaten up leather brown wallet that he sunk in like an iPhone 9 into it, and he was on it, and the phone was like, the wallet was open. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see now the size of my whole hand. So half of it's covering his cheek, the other half is covering like his temple, and they're having a conversation, a full ball with his missus, as loud as possible. And I'm going to roll the dice and think his missus is a machine, because I've seen a lot of these wogs, you know, they'll come out, the missus will be immaculate. Like, she'll have a midlife crisis at 40, and she'll go get shredded, do pilates, bar, yogas. They'll do a whole bunch of different positions, and they'll come out, and this guy will just give in at 40. He'll just go, what fucking, there's only a few more years left, who cares? This guy's one of them. You know you're getting old when you're looking back at the 90s and thinking, bro, I was around then. And it was 30 years ago, 27, 28 years ago since that. So this girl's crying. Santa Claus is consoling her. So we finally get there, and there was a couple in front of us, you know, like a family, two and two, and my brother-in-law standing there. Now, he's starting to lose his shit a little bit too, but he's very polite. And the girl comes out and she goes, Stojanovsky. And we're looking around, we're like, that's not our last name. And he goes, no. It's we're next, aren't we? And she goes, oh no, it's Stojanovsky. And he goes, just let these people in front of us go and then let us go. So just keep the order of the line. She goes, no, we have to keep it in order of time that's been booked. And he goes, what time is Stojanovsky? She goes, 10:20. He goes, we're 9:53. She goes, all right. Well, are you? He goes, yes, bro. She goes, all right, you go first. So then we have to move past the people in front of us. They got their shits now. Stojanovsky, who knows where he is? He's pulled the parachute. This guy's gone to Aldi now to go and see if he can find a dildo. He's not even bothered about the photos now, Santa Claus. It's too much chaos, guys. All I've got to say in respect to this stuff, have fun in Christmas time, but as a society, we've got to pull shit together. We've got to pull the fucking reins back on the sleigh. And rein it in, haul it back, slow these reindeers down, because there won't be any more Santa Claus photos, bro. You'll be Shisha Claus, little Lebo guy, or some Yobbo Santa drinking a Fanta in a backyard taking photos in the future. There's not going to be any type of system, because people will not return after an experience like that. We're not returning after an experience like that. We'll be like, no chance. Call Kathy. Her son is going to do it. You know, and that's what it comes down, like a bad experience at a restaurant. If you go to a good restaurant, if the restaurant is hyped up, this is the problem about human beings. This is how you blurry the lines. If a restaurant's hyped and it's shit, there are a bunch of people that will continue going back to that restaurant due to hype, even though it's actually crap. You just go there and you go, no, man, this is mad. Point in case here. Yeezy shoes, the 350 shoes, I bought them. They're the worst things. You get calluses from them that makes your foot look like an arrow, and it looks like a half dancing shoe from the Macedonian highlands. I was going to say Macedonian, like a Spanish version of Macedonia. And they're ugly, and also Kanye West is off his rocker. You got that, but people continue buying them. But if anything, and I'll put myself in that basket, a Kanye West shoe or eating a Nobu or something like that is just a badge saying, I've got no style, but I have a little bit of cash. That's all this is, right? You go to Nobu, you've been eating Brothers Kebabs up until now, but you're going to Nobu because you think that someone's going to give a shit about you. No. The $724 that you get for 4 pieces of kingfish taken out of your mum's debit card, that's the only person that's winning. The person there, the little Japanese sous chef, hanging around, Hokuto Takamura, he's loving life. And you're just jumping back into the Uber, some Camry, Altis, thinking, Jesus Christ, dude, I just done my ass in. But you're not acting like that. You're acting like it was nothing. $700 a month's worth of shopping, a month's worth of groceries, that's nothing. Bro, who deserve it? You're a beautician? I'm a practicing electrician. You know what? Within 2-3 years, I'm going to have my own business, bro. I'll have a truck on the road. We deserve it. I'm an entrepreneur. Well, I've been saying this for years now, bro. This podcast is like it's like Nostradamus. I told you. I've been saying it for years. In 2020, the Christmas special, which I dropped December 26th or 25th, 2020, I listened to a bit of it this morning because I was interested to what my head was doing back then. I was like, how much have you changed, Vlad? How much has the podcast changed? The podcast now is better than then. It's more refined. It's more dense and it's got different flavors and stuff. Back then it was just that. I was doing adverts straight. There was no jingles. There was hardly any intros. The outros were catastrophe. Like, it was just rough days. There was only 20 episodes in or whatever. But now it's a lot better. But I'll tell you what, that blew me away. Like, I was like, at the end of 2020, everyone was hyped about 2021 being a great year. I knew, and I said it in that podcast, that 2021 is going to be worse than 2020. And I said 2022 is going to be still catastrophe, and we're going to be trying to build back society to resemble somewhat of a functioning coexistence amongst, people and business. And I was on point. Now, I'm not Nostradamus for that. Many people could have predicted that. But I'm just saying, were they wearing Oakleys? Were they wearing a little Bond singlet? Did they have a little $2.50 hat from a Greek lady that owns a $2 store in Penzance? No. Were they wearing some, DJ earphones here? Were they in an empty garage while their missus and kids were at home waiting for them, rushing to this podcast? No. Were they 103 days sober? Probably not. So, I mean, one of one right there. All right. So Christmas is going to be fun, bro. I am 103 or 4 days sober now. Let me have a look at I've got this app called Less. If anyone wants to quit drinking, get this app. It gives you a little look at how many. 103 days, bro. Round of applause. Come on. Give it up. Good enough with it. 103 days. That's good, bro. No alcohol for 103 days. Got some alcohol-free beer. And I've been enjoying this journey. And the thing is now, it's Christmas. I've got Christmas on Sunday. Sunday. Tomorrow night we're doing Christmas drinks and stuff. I'm not going to drink. I'm happy to just keep on having this Carpi blood orange sparkling water. I'm loving that. That's how we're going to do it. You got to do what's right for you, bro. That's the Christmas spirit. Doing what's right for you so you can do what's right for others. I need a coffee and I want a boutique, please. I need a coffee and I need a boutique. I need Odyssey. Odyssey Coffee, bro. Brainchild of Matthew and Jimmy over from the Melbourne area. Melbourne Gladiators, bro. Females, bros and, I was going to say bros and girls. Please get your head around Odyssey Coffee, bro. Why? Because it's the best coffee I've had in Australia. I love it. I haven't gone. I wish I could get a barista to make it for me, but they didn't get. They sent it to me just for home. And to be honest, it's incredible, tasting, very continuous, consistent. All right, here we go. Odyssey Coffee, bro. Do you think I need a coffee at the moment? Like the way that I'm as tired and vacant-minded as I am right now, I could do a double shot macchiato, log style, hot. Just put it in me, bro. I need a coffee right now. odysseycoffee.com.au, sponsors of the podcast. Email them admin@odysseycoffee.com.au. Big sponsors of this podcast have come to the Melbourne shows, have been on board for months and months and months on end. They've got hot chocolate. They've got the best boutique craft coffee. They get a whole bunch of buyers and roasters out there to get the most amount of consistency and taste and flavour. They can send to you directly. Obviously, you go to odysseycoffee.com.au. It's odyssey.com.au. And they offer both wholesale and domestic sales. So if you want to do a whole bunch, email them, admin@odysseycoffee.com. If you're starting up a business, starting up a cafe, or starting up even a bike shop with a little barista at the front, whatever you want to do, man, get in touch with odysseycoffee.com.au and mention Vlad to get the stitch on the price. If you mention Vlad, that's where you get the discount. VLAD, Vlad. Villas, lands, apartments, duplexes, Vlad. Odyssey Coffee, supporting the supporters that support the podcast is what you need to do, and I keep bringing this immaculate podcast to you for free. Orange Legal Group. One of my favourites, Orange Legal Group. Listen, they do home loans and accounting, all under the one roof, bro. Damn, I need a coffee bad. I need a coffee for sure. It's a lawyer/conveyancer specialising in property law and conveyancing. That's what happens when you go to purchase a property. You need to make sure someone looks over the contracts that you're buying not a dud, you're buying a good property, that there's nothing hidden in the special conditions. This is what Kenny and the boys at Orange Legal Group in Victoria do. Orange Legal Group are supporters of this podcast. You must go to Orange Legal Group if you're anywhere within the state of Victoria. They do things remotely, over the phone, over Zoom. They'll come to you, you go to them. It's all done on orangelegalgroup.com.au. Give them a buzz if you want, 8317-1070, 8317-1070, and get in touch with them. Now, I'll tell you what they do. They've got three things under the one roof. They've got a lawyer that does conveyancing, which is, that's one. They've got a chartered accountant, which does all of your accounting stuff. And three, full mortgage broker to get the loans for you. Competitive, going against Westpac, Eastpac, St. George, Slaying Dragons. They'll go against everyone to make sure that you get the most competitive rate. And they'll give you a couple of freebies now if you call them and mention Vlad. They're going to be one, free contract reviews if you're going to purchase a property. Just send it straight to Kenny and the boys, which is property@orangelegalgroup.com.au. property@orangelegalgroup.com.au, and then you're going to get yourself a free assessment of the contract, also a free assessment of financial capacity for how much you want to borrow. So that's free for all of the Gladiators. Please get in touch with them. orangelegalgroup.com.au. Supporting the supporters that support the podcast is what you got to do. They will give this to you, Immaculate Shredded Podcast, for free. Love ya. Orange Legal Group. Go and rap. Metropolitan Stone, the best stone in the world. When you want to check your kitchen and more shit, cupboards and trays. Yeah. Sorry, the light just basically fell down while I was doing that. I get very rock and roll, bro. I get very Van Halen. Get very 1989, 1984. Why not? Why not? I get psyched up with Metropolitan Stone. You know what Metropolitan Stone is, bro? It's a cabinet making extraordinaires from Victoria, helping you do everything inside of your house that's got to do with wood, chalkboard, corkboard, kickboards, whatever you want to do with kitchens, benchtop changeovers, brand new kitchens, full brand new laundries, renovations to your laundries, built-in cupboards. What are those things? The linen press and closets and cabinets in your bathroom and TV units and wardrobes. This is what they do. Anyone in Victoria, make sure that you get in touch with Orange Legal Group. Metropolitanstone.com.au. There's a lot of these beautiful podcasts here that coexist in my brain, and I can just draw on the wrong one every now and then. Matt, his number is 0425 797 488, 0425 797 488. His name is Matty. He's from the awesome company metropolitanstone.com.au. Metropolitan Stone is who you're going to hit up for anything to do with internal renovations of your kitchens, laundries, bathrooms. You've also got the television units, the entertainments, your rumpus rooms, your boys' rooms. If you want to just put stuff on the walls, like just cupboards and cupboardries and stuff in the walls. What's those things called? A butler's closet. I need a butler's pantry. I just learned how to make jaffles. I need a butler's pantry now. I need a Mercedes-Benz AMG GLE C63 ABC because I just got my license now. Metropolitanstone.com.au. Support the supporters that support the podcast. You're right. Santa Claus has come to town. I just went to Service New South Wales quickly to get my PWC, aka head ski / jet ski license. And they sent me away. Firstly, the moment you walk into any Service New South Wales after 4:30 p.m., it's like your long cousin that you haven't seen for 20 years calling you and saying, I need a kidney. They start thinking, panicking, sweating, looking at the clock. What does this guy want from us? Am I obliged? Can I get away with like leaving it? Because they leave at 4:59 and 59 seconds. They don't play around with that 5 o'clock shit. They don't play around with still helping till 5:15. No, it doesn't work. These government bodies, they're the people that love to go to do the absolute minimum, but at work take everything so seriously. They take the rules seriously. These ladies there, they were peering down their noses like they were some brain surgeons or rocket scientists looking at the technical elements of takeoff. And I was just sitting there just going, I just need a photo. They put me on the jet ski. No. You've got to bring in your own passport photos. I go, what year is the passport photos? Who even takes passport photos? Like you get some, sexual deviant that does it out of a granny flat. Where do I get that done? Can I do it myself? And she was like, no, you need to go to a post office. I was like, fucking post office now, bro. Another government body. Who can be bothered with you guys? You've got a camera right there. Sit me down. It's the exact same photo for a driver's license. No, we can't do that. I'm sorry. The Maritime are very old school. I go, you're old school too. Contest the fucking Maritime, bro. Who are these guys? A bunch of dweebs sitting around smelling fish on the side of the ocean. They also got to be talked to. How fraudulent can it be? I could take a photo of someone that looks like me and bring it in. But if you take it in front of you at Service New South Wales, proof, bro. It's our cameras, it's our security system, we can see you. No, they don't want to hear any of that. I didn't even say any of that anyway. I've come to the point in my life now where I am so against resistance, like I'm going, if I don't need to be, by the way, like I can get the flaming sword out if I need to, that's for sure. If something's really bothering me, I won't step back, I won't step down. I won't back down, I won't back round. I stand my ground, and motherfucker, don't back down. What was his name? Tom Penny? But I'll be like, I'll stand my ground. But with this lady, she was like, oh, no, we need a passport photo. And I was like, you sure you just can't take one from here? This is quite, same thing. Just put my box head into a little box and take a photo. No. And I was like, that's okay. It's 4:50. When are you guys open again? Oh, we're open on the 29th of December. You can come back then. I go, that's okay. I'll be Nelson Bay then. But she goes, oh, that's fine. There's a Nelson Bay Service New South Wales there. Just take 2 photos of. I'll go, all right, cool. So I look at the time. I rush over to the post office, which was, ironically about 100 metres away. Lovely bloke there. Lovely guy. I don't know what his background was, but if I was to describe him, I'll take a punch in the dark. Filipino. And he goes to me, he goes, all right, man, what's going on, right? Yeah, no, not the better. And I was like, what's going on with you? He goes, not bad, bro. Not bad. Like he's seen the swagger from me and he's adapted to that swagger. He's adopted a more kind of a American black, kind of a lot of slapping, clapping, kind of a swag when he saw me come up. Because I'm throwing a little singlet on, little glasses, little pair of like Lululemon shorts. So I've come out very multicultural, confusing if you're going to say anything. I'm very confusing in the outfit. Thongs on the bottom, that's the dadism that you cannot be bothered even lacing up things anymore. Don't have the guts and tits. They've come back down to shut at least. So when he goes, yeah, man, it's 4:58 by the time I got to this bloke. He goes, yeah, no worries, man. Comes along with a little Canon camera. 30 seconds, bang, printed it out. $10, $19.95, done. Paid $20 for 4 little photos, doesn't matter. I'm not going to argue with it, just going to go with it. Put it into a little paper bag, and now I'm going to Nelson Bay. I'm going to get a jet ski license there. I will become a head ski. It's not even mine. It's my sister's and my dad's or someone. They've shared it, and I'm just going to jump on there and shut it a little bit with my missus. Go around there, shut it, around the headlands there and see a little shark, shut it, flick it. Maybe the missus will fall off. Yeah, so I've got a couple of questions. Might as well just run into those. I'm not going to go too deep with well, might as well. Here we go. Might as well. Questions for Vlad, bro. Christmas edition. How do you deal with hammered family members, at your Christmas outings without dropping them? I'll try that again. This is the awesome language you guys are using there. How to deal with hammered family members at Christmas meetings and luncheons and stuff like that, without dropping them. Well, listen, it's not going to work if you drop them. If you drop them, then you're the villain, and you don't want to be the villain at Christmas. You're not the Grinch. All right? Keep it steezy. Keep it easy. Let these morons be themselves, you know. You let thy reveal thyself, okay? Let them drink more. Now, it's 103 days for me, but I won't be drinking at my Christmas party. This will be the first Christmas since I was, I reckon, 15 years old that I won't be drinking. That's a lot of Christmas. That's 2.5 decades of Christmases that I have dedicated myself to drinking. And this time it's going to be a little San Pellegrino. It's a little Santa Vittoria. It's a little Remedy kombucha. Shout out, kombucha, Remedy. Send me another box, bro. It's just going to be minimal, bro. Steez, man. Lululemon, little flickering shirt with various patterns, Hawaiian shirts and stuff. Hair flickering in the wind. A base tan, looking Puerto Rican. So, how do you deal with it? Bro, give them more to drink. That's the best way to go with it. If someone's dousing themselves internally, you keep going with them. You know, like every night, if you see the shot glass go down or the beer go down, you pop up, you go, Strebre, another Heineken, bro. And he goes, thanks, Chich. Thank you, mate, you are a good boy, buddy. You are a top boy, buddy. And you go, you have another Heineken, buddy. I'll bring you another. Hey, you're a fucking great guy. You are a great guy, buddy. And then just keep chill and watch him have another Heineken. And as they get to the bottom, Chich, rakia? Oh, yeah, buddy. Throwing another rakia at me, buddy. You go and get a top rakia, buddy. And you go and get the rakia. And you come back. And then before you know it, he's either jumped into the Pajero and driven his missus home and lost his license and spent 3 or 4 weeks in jail, doesn't matter, either one. Or he's fallen asleep on the fantastic furniture couch that's there at your cousin's house and he's gone. Or, you know, worst case scenario, he's in the toilet grabbing the porcelain, go... There is an option D, though, which is he's completely sober still because his liver has been fresh like some ultra runner and he can deal with it and he just keeps on punching him back and then drives his wife home in the Pajero, which I've seen them. I've seen them run over like plants, pot plants, grass, medium strips, council property. I've seen them drive off and I'm sure that Chich had at least 12 Coronas and half a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue. He did. But he will never give his wife the car to drive. I go, why? She hasn't got a license. Slobodanka does not have a license. And you go, why? 2022, Slobodanka hasn't got a license. She doesn't also have the Service New South Wales app. She's also got the passport when she goes to play the pokies. Everything is like old school back there. My grandmother is 88 years old, never driven a car in her life. I don't think she's even grabbed the reins of the horse and cart. They're leaving it all to the bloke. These days, girls, they're leaving the blokes at home and they're going, we'll take control of everything. They'll start bricklaying soon. Thank God for that. They need to actually start taking the male's job, not just the easy shit. To start taking the hard stuff. Take the bins out on a Tuesday night. Let's see if you can do that. I don't think they can. They'll just throw it out in the backyard for the raccoons to come and get it. Or possums. So, you know, Slobodanka doesn't have a license. Neither does Tsana, neither does Vera, neither does Lena. They don't have a license. And they don't want it. Because being driven around like Saddam Hussein is the best thing ever. Because you got Petre, Dimche, Jovce, Blagoce. These guys are drunk, driving, and the wife trusts him. He drives very good. He's a great driver. Leave him alone, he's a great driver. He will get put in jail, though, if they catch him. Good. We want a break from this guy. He yells, he boots the dog in the stomach. Sometimes he starves the dog. This guy burns toast, scrapes off the burnt stuff onto the countertop and walks off. You know, they want that after 50 years of dealing with this warthog of a bloke. So if I was you, that's a tactic, bro. Just give him some more and just see where the night goes. Keep going. Let them keep going. Let them keep going. They will usually embarrass themselves. And then you, as a more regular-centered person, can just sit back, enjoy the show and say, this is good. Here's another option. Go 1-for-1 with them and end up in the backyard having like a Rocky 4 fight with Rocky and that guy. What's the other guy? Ivan Drago. Put the fists up and start knocking each other out on Christmas. I'll tell you what, you're giving someone a story for life. You're giving that whole family a story for life. Someone's nose might end up sideways. Do you remember when you smashed Jim's nose in? Oh, yeah, I remember. Oh, I was good back then, you know what I mean? My cholesterol wasn't 16 back then. My daughter was 16. I was fit. I was young. I smashed his nose. Poor Jim, rest in peace, Jim. A few options is what I'm giving you here, you know what I mean? Well, throw the guilt trip at him. Just go, no. Net your strum, man. That's the best way. That's what the mothers do. The wives, they'll just shake their head and go, you think a kangaroo jumped in the room? Aren't you embarrassed, man? Oh, wow. Wow. What's God going to think? Wow. What are your kids going to think? Look at them. Net your strum. You say that enough to a bloke, they'll shrivel up like a prune. All right, so that's the answer, brother. How to deal with hammered family members. Good luck. All right. We're going to rattle through these questions today. This one guy goes, long hair, why? Long hair? I'll do a short answer to this. I grew up with Wogs and I grew up with Aussies. The Aussies all had long hair flickering. Most of them have cut it now because they're accountants or journalists at Channel 7. They don't need their hair flickering out for entertainment. I like the hair because you can flicker it in different ways. Very creative being that I am, as you can see. I'll tie it up, I'll leave it down, I'll push it forward, I'll pull it back. The hairline's catastrophe, but it doesn't matter. I'm clutching at it. I'm clutching at straws. The Balkan hairline doth winneth. I still run forward with it. Plus, it looks all right on me with the hair flickering. If I cut it all off, I'm just going to blend in with that kind of sheep look. I don't want to be shorn like a sheep every Friday drinking a Red Bull and smoking a durry at the front of Moe and Joey's hectic haircuts. I want to have my own haircut flickering with scissors, a work of art by some guy called Michael that's gay, but he's not really. He's been married, but definitely if you saw him in the street, you'd say he's gay. But he's not because he's married with 2 kids and he's happy. But if you saw him in the nightclub, you'd go, they're definitely gay, but he's not because he's got a wife at home. But you never know what the time will unravel. That's the way that I look at it with the hairstyle. So, and plus I can't have scalp blended into slightly less scalp. It's just not my style. The war's over. We won. Move on with it. Okay. Now, back to questions. Chrissy Coote, is it a joint operation buying presents for your kids or does the Mrs. Proprietary Limited do it all? This is interesting because I just got, well, she just called me now and she was like, hey, babe, where are you? I was like, why you left the house an hour ago? She goes, yeah, but like, when are you going to be back or whatever? I was like, yeah, I'll be back soon, but can you give me a little bit of time? Like, you reckon I can get an hour or two without? I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. And there's an option on Do Not Disturb to allow callers. Like the Proprietary Limited should be first, but I don't put that in. I don't put that in. It allows people, if they call 2 times, to break through the block. But for me, it's like, I put it on, you've got to call 5 times. Call the Ambos before you call me because otherwise the missus will, if I look on my phone list incoming from the missus, every day it's between 10 and 25 and on the outgoing it's 2 from me. On the incoming text, characters text, you know, say Twitter's 150, this is a minimum of a 550 to 2,000 text characters from me and from her to me and from me to her it's between 15 and 30. You know, 4 to 6 words. That's it. It's okay, babe. No worries. Got it. What do you mean? Get out of here. Nah, I'm not doing that. All right, I might. You know what I mean? Because she might be saying do it and we'll go left. And then I'll go, all right, I might. So is it a joint operation? Yes, it's a joint operation. Yes, because I have interest in what my daughter likes. She loves dresses, she loves ballet, she loves as female stuff as you can possibly get. Dressing up, makeup. I don't buy her makeup. And she doesn't wear little hot shorts. She knows that from me. She comes up to me yesterday and she goes, Daddy, can I just ask you just a quick question? Like because I'm now 5 going to big school now, can I wear like those things called a leotard? It's just like for when we go to ballet, it's just like a little, and it's like a swimming costume. I was like, are you in a pool? She goes, no. I go, well, you can't wear a swimming costume then. If you're in a pool and you're covered by a body of water. All right, we're back.
Yeah, so we didn't get that many presents, but we did appreciate them. I don't want to act like we weren't spoiled. We were spoiled compared to the people in Eastern Europe. You know what I mean? He gets a jar of olives for Christmas. It's different these days. If you get an iPhone 14 Pro Max, Steve Jobs edition, it's different, you know, to what we had, and people are more well off these days and stuff. Like, hi, come here, Christina. Guess what Daddy bought you? She's 16 years old. A brand new C-Class AMG C63. Go out the front. It's a demo edition. Sorry, I couldn't get the new one. Demo? What the fuck? You said you're going to buy me a new car. Why would you give me a demo? Oh, you're the worst, Dad. I hate you. That's an extreme, you know what I mean? But trust me, it happens. Too much spoiling, destroy the kid. Yeah, so I'm going to get my daughter a bike. My missus calls and she's like, don't get her the bike. She wants a puppy. I'm like, okay, I can't compute what's going on now. Because 5 minutes ago, you go to me, I don't want to spoil the kids. That $299 bike is too much. Now you want a puppy. What puppy is it? Did you find one on the street? What puppy is it? She goes, a cavoodle, a labradoodle. I go, they're $6,000. That's 20 bikes. I can open up a fucking bike store with this. She's like, yeah, but she really wants a... I go, bro, don't even talk about a puppy, because I'm dealing with both of these kids most of the time. You can't deal with a puppy as well, dropping a shit on the new Freedom rug or scratching up our $10,000 lounge. That's not going to happen. You're going to do my head in. I'm going to end up sleeping with the boy, the girl, the puppy, and you're going to be in some recovery room sleeping on an IKEA bed. It's not going to be a good look for us. The kids aren't old enough now. My daughter needs to get a bit more responsibility. When she goes to kindergarten, then she can get a puppy after a year of that shit, doing homework, colouring in Santa Claus and stuff like that. But up until then, it's not happening. All right, so... Oh, that looks good over there, bro. So that's the answer, Christy Coop. That's good there, bro. I like that shit. Oh, shit. Angel Grove. Toys and collectibles. Toys and collectibles. Toys and collectibles. Toys and collectibles. Angel Grove Toys and Collectibles, www.angelgrovecollectibles.com. It's Christmas time. Doesn't matter. If you've missed out, you better go in and get it now. Get 10% off for the code VLAD from Angel Grove Collectibles. You guys just understand one thing that I've come to understand with this company. They get the highest quality, rarest stuff, the most collectible. You can pre-order things that are going to go up in value. It goes to angelgrovecollectibles.com. No AU. Angelgrovecollectibles.com is the thing. When you go to the code at the end, it's a discount code of 10% for VLAD. VLAD is what you chuck in there. Now you can go there and get Power Rangers, Dragon Ball, Digimon, Pokemon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, TMNT. It's the Macedonian Ninja Turtles. That's Dimche, Yovche, Borche, Blagoche. You can get Demon Slayer, One Piece, Naruto, My Hero Academia. You can get stuff from wrestling. You can get... things from like Marvel, from DC, Batman's, the Spider-Mans, all of that stuff. Please get their official Banpresto partners. So Banpresto is the best manufacturer, biggest manufacturer in the world for anime stuff. They're official partners as well. They love the 90s, the noughties, the 90s. All of that stuff is available on angelgrovecollectibles.com. Snoop around on that website and have a look what they've got. They're big podcast sponsors here. They've continuously, we appreciate Angel Grove very much. They had balls deep, toys deep into their world, and they do a quality job about it. So you go and support the supporters that support the podcast, and we get on having a beautiful symbiotic coexistence together where they support this and you get it to your phone free, like a little tight ass. Instead of signing up to the Patreon, you just want a free. I just want a free, man. I want to buy a Golf R next year. I just want a free because I'm going to go to the Greek islands. So anyway, just go to angelgrovecollectibles.com, support this by buying some stuff from them, putting in the code VLAD. All right. Love yous. Angel Grove Rap. You've got a business. Please keep us safe. Keep these trolls, the hackers, these guns away. You need Virtuosys. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it one more time. Virtuosys. Virtuosys, helping businesses balance productivity and cybersecurity. Just quickly and cleanly, it's an IT company that looks after the running of your online businesses, of your IT in your company, whether you're a real estate company or you sell, cardboard boxes to Bunnings. It doesn't matter. You just need to get an IT provider plus a servicer that makes sure that everything is running as smooth as peanut butter. Virtuosys, family owned, all right? Microsoft 365 is what they specialize in with modern workplace and cybersecurity for businesses worldwide. And their mission is to empower staff through technology so they can be working abroad even safely. They can work from home safely. A lot of people are, pretending to have COVID at home, really, but he just wants to party and go to Stereosonic. Doesn't matter. We can make it happen with Virtuosys. Virtuosys. .com.au, virtuosys.com.au, IT company, managed IT services. They can do it at the cost at minimum for you. If you don't have a huge business, they are not just going to slap you with a one-size-fits-all. They're going to give you one that caters to your business, like the Subway for IT management. Make sure you touch base with Virtuosys, Virtuosys. You can get in touch on their website. You can email them, at virtuosys.com.au, or if you give them a buzz, look them up, give them a buzz, you can mention Vlad. Always mention Vlad so you can keep this podcast coming to you free any Mac. I said, Bruce, Super Convenience. Bruce Super Convenience, the #1 US snack food plug, bro. Bruce is a suburb in Canberra that sends out the best American snacks all the way around Australia for you guys. They've even got Euro, they've even got Asian, they've got Maso Greek snacks, some Croatian stations, they've got Serbian, they've got a whole bunch of snacks if you go to www.brucesuper.com.au, brucesuper.com.au, 10% off for the code VLAD, 10% off for the code VLAD. Fat kids snacks, bro. Get on there. Grow some tits. I'm only joking. Go over there, eat, and then go lick a river, bro. Go hit the forest. Relax. You don't have to get fat. You can just have a little bit. Temper yourself down. Have some portion control. Okay? Have some portion control. Okay? This guy that was teaching us this jet ski license. Oh, shit. I need to go get my left jet ski license, bear. Anyway. Lots of best snacks. And this is an ad for Bruce Super Convenience, bro. 10% off. Why? Because 10% off because he loves the podcast. Who? 10% off. You're going to get into touch with www.brucesuper.com. Have a look at what they've got. Chips, drinks, chocolates, lollies, power energy drinks, chocolate milkshakes, chocolate stuff to put into milk, whatever the powders and all of that stuff. Get onto brucesuper.com.au. Follow the Instagram page, Bruce Super C for convenience. Go and support them and order some stuff. 10% off for the code VLAD. Plus, he'll give you extra freebies on top. On top of your stuff, you're getting freebies from Down Under Boys at Bruce Super. Their website's updated daily. I don't understand how many new things this guy gets. He gets truckloads, literally pallet loads of new snacks, chips, drinks, all of that stuff. The weird, the cool, the awesome, the hard to get. Bruce Super Convenience. That's where you need to go. www.brucesuper.com.au. Support the supporters. It's a better the podcast. Last one, and then actually we've got a special thing that's going to happen. Lauren goes, have you ever regretted anything in life? Yeah, I have. Of course, I've regretted things in life, bro. How can you not regret in life? You know, what is life without regret? Regret is an emotion that that kind of, I suppose, steers you to not do something that silly again. You know, I remember if I was going to think about things I regret. Yeah, I don't know. Like, things are pretty good, bro. Like, I got to say that God has blessed me for sure. I am a patient man, very patient. I'm impatient on the surface and in my body, but over the long haul, I'm resilient and patient, and I've worked extremely hard at what I do, whether it's be music or comedy or podcasting or stuff. You guys know, bro. I started this podcast in September 2020. I have not taken a week off in 2 years and 4 months. So 121 episodes. I have been as consistent as it gets. So you know that, and I do that because of the dedication to the craft and the dedication to the fans, the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of downloaders that have happened and around the world. I'm definitely dedicated, and that's a sacrifice, bro. But I regret saying some stuff in the past. to certain people. I could have been a lot better. I reckon sometimes I let my emotions kind of guide me in my speech, and the speech wasn't the best. It was immature. It wasn't very empathetic. It was pathetic. And yeah, I'm talking about quite some time ago. You know, I'm an older guy, bro. I'm a father now. I've got to take, but then again, I regret shit that I said to the Mrs. Proprietary Limited. Like, I said some stuff that I'll go, that wasn't cool, bro. You should, and equally she said to me. But that's just, you know, another thorn in your side. You don't want to do that, bro. Regret it's a stone you got to carry in your heart. And I remember, like, when I was young, I said some distasteful shit to someone. I'm quite careful. Like, I don't want to be an asshole to people on purpose. So it's more reaction. If someone's gone out and had a go on me, and then I've reacted, which is not good again. That's just the inability to control my emotion at that point. But no one taught me about this. That's 2000s. Like, no one taught me about that stuff. I didn't have Andrew Tate with a snake tat telling me to be stoic. You know what I mean? It was just all guns blazing going into the fray. Didn't know what day it was. And I said some stuff, and some bad shit happened, and then I had to live with those decisions. And it all's, you know, iron's made in fire, bro. And you have to have these regrets in life to kind of stop you from making more mistakes in life that give you more regrets. I remember Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers said, you know, I'd rather regret something I did than something I didn't do. And he has had a beautiful, big, colourful, flamboyant, influential life. He did write a book called Acid for the Children. I mean, I think that just might be a buzzword to get more sales, and I've read that it's boring as shit, but I would definitely say that that's a man that doesn't, you know, allow fear and regret to conduct his decisions in life. He goes with the flow and all of that. He nearly died a million times and all of that, but I think God's got a bigger plan than what Flea does. And Flea is here because he's contributed something, and, you know, he's just a lucky one. I suppose everyone in there is lucky to be breathing out here today. So I would say that no regrets in regards to our overall scheme of things, but in the moments I have regret, yeah, for sure, bro. Like, I have a lot of self-awareness. I think I have. Anyway, my missus might think I don't. But I think I do have self-awareness, and that just helps me kind of steer away from too many pits, falling into too many pits and making too much trouble for myself. Bro, that's about it, you know. How to deal with regret, that wasn't really part of the question, but I think you just got to sit in it, you know. You got to, probably the best advice I got is to write things out. If you write it out, then you get a little bit more clarity as to why you did things. But you've got to be super honest with yourself as you're writing. Why would I have done that? Why did I say? What did I say? What was my intention? And then what is your primary emotion conducting that? And the primary emotion is like your anger, fear, anger. There's another one. Love, that's a primary emotion. I think there's 3 or 4 primary, and then they then branch. So fear then branches to like anger, protection, self-protection, lashing out, and then like what was the other one? Anger, and then could be disappointment, branches from that, you know, passive aggression, branches from that, all of this stuff. But if you look at your primary emotion, you can, and you're honest with yourself to say, I'm going to be super honest, I'm really fearful of something, and that's why I'm angry, or that's why I'm, you know, acting in this way. But someone's got to teach you this stuff. It doesn't come in there's no owner's manual, bro, in regards to dealing with social events and society and stuff. It's tough. I mean, they had the Bible, but who wants to believe in God? There's a magical man up in the sky when we can listen to Elon Musk and drive 100 k's into a wall and not even be able to take Santa Claus photos because everyone's their own God now. But anyway, enjoy Sodom and Gomorrah. It's written in the Bible, and we'll see how this works out for us. I'm sure there'll be regret on the point of that. All right, good luck. I'm going to do one more thing and then I'm wrapping. Merry Christmas to all who've been asked a question, and we might as well do it now. we've been asked for the top 10 catastrophes of 2020. The top 10 catastrophes of 2022. Let's go right now. At number 10, feminism. You go, girl. Get yourself an OnlyFans. Who cares? Boss bitch. All right. At number 9, Instagram entrepreneurs. You can do it, bro. Make $1 million in a week. At number 8, designer handbags for men that strap onto the front. It looks sick, bro. At number 7, white nail polish on all the girls in Sydney. Come on.
So sexy, babe. It's so sexy.
And number 6. Going to Nobu and tagging yourself for everyone to see. Fuck, bro. I love sushi. At number 5. Dating websites. I'm going to find a soulmate. At number 4. Not going to work. Can someone help me, please? I'm going to shut the shop. And number 3. Airports. You're not going anywhere, bro. And number 2. Politics, identity politics, he, she, this, that. No one cares. And at number 1 for 2022 catastrophes, COVID. That's it, guys. That's the 2022 catastrophes. Hope you guys enjoy it. Have a Merry Christmas. I love you. Gotta leave you. Merry Christmas. Get the spirit in you. All right.
On the 3rd year of marriage, the missus said to me, stop playing FIFA, please take the pins out, but remember, I love you. On the 4th year of marriage, the missus said to me, turn down the music, stop playing FIFA, please take the pins out, but remember, I love you. On the 5th year of marriage, the missus said to me, not help me. Turn down the tune, stop playing games, please take the pins out, but remember, I love you. On the 6th year of marriage, the missus said to me, do you have to play golf? No, turn down the tune, stop playing FIFA, please take the pins out, but remember, I love you. On the 7th year of marriage, the missus said to me, I scratched your rims, do you have to play golf? No, smashing. Turn down the tune, stop playing FIFA, please take the pins out, but remember, I love you. On the 8th year of marriage, the missus said to me, kids have done my head in, I scratched your rims, do you have to play golf? No, frashing. Turn down the tune, stop playing games, please take the pins out, but